Hello and welcome to No Excuses, Just Reasons. I'm Reid Mueller. Today, I'm going to deep dive into a student body that's out of control. I was reading this article out of the QC Times written by Thomas Geyer? G-E-Y-E-R. It's certainly been pronounced Gayer before. Poor Thomas, but he brings important information to us today. The Bettendorf Middle School in Bettendorf, Iowa, believe it or not, is off the fucking chain right now, and I want to dive into that. As a 20, soon-to-be 28-year-old male without kids, let's dig. This article is written from a, Christian parent perspective, I would say. A mother of 5 girls had second thoughts about moving her family to the Bettendorf Middle School. What's it fucking called? District. There we go, district. We hand-selected this district for the education of our children, and I am gravely disappointed where the secondary education is headed, she said. Simply put, she said, the horror stories coming out of the middle school have her eldest daughter scared. And she and her daughter are considering a plan B, either a Catholic education or homeschooling. At this point, the options are open. Yeah, 'cause the nuns will really protect your kid. My uncle locked a nun in a closet once while at a Catholic institution, and it's probably the Mueller crest. It's one of our top moments as a family. My dad was a amateur professional golfer. We have an uncle who was an astronaut, but I'm pretty sure if you sat us all down, we'd look at each other, nod, and say, Uncle and the nun, let's get back to Bettendorf, Iowa's issue. She was one of several parents, teachers, counselors, and paraeducators who on Thursday addressed the school board about disciplinary problems at the middle school. The Bettendorf Middle School counselor, who has been there for 28 years, told the school board she's going to leave early because of this issue. After talking to the administrator, she felt hurt, disregarded, and betrayed. At this point of the article, we're all pretty much sitting here together being like, golly, what are these kids doing? I haven't seen a shooting on the local news, so it can't be that bad. This year, she said, disrespect for teachers and other students went rampant. Students do not feel safe to walk the halls. Hey. Someone threatened to beat me up because I didn't try hard enough in Phi Ed against a woman half my size, so we've all been there. The halls are the halls. She said many of her 6th grade students have skipped over 100 classes, spending time roaming the halls with their friends without fear of consequence. Fights occur almost every day. Teachers and students are verbally attacked every day. Physically attacked as well. I've been called more profane names this year than in the previous 27 years combined, she said. The school counselor said while other districts around the nation acted proactively to stem the problem, her administration did not. A Bettendorf Middle School paraeducator, I'm trying not to use names, everyone deserves to live a life, right? Described the use of foul language and disrespect by the students as a daily occurrence. Many educators have stopped telling students to put their phones away, take hoods down, take earpods out, walk, keep hands off each other, or go to class because there's no consequences, and the students simply ignore us or yell at us. She then went on to complain that they are promoting children to the next grade despite failing up to all of their classes, which does seem to be the truth for my teacher brother. We fail the students when we allow them to skip or be late to class multiple times without any real consequences, except maybe being talked to. We fail students when we allow them to roam the halls all day and not go to any classes, and that does happen. How are they going to be educated? The para-teacher said. Which, by the way, para-teacher, I don't even know what the fuck that means, and you aren't going to like where the rest of this podcast goes. I want to provide the children of the Bettendorf Middle School and anywhere else nationwide with a similar situation going a guide to improve your skills and not go to class. What a sweet combination. Okay, when I hit sophomore year in high school, which I know is 4 years down the line from where these kids are at, I gave up on school. The world is not run by intelligence or knowing things or being right. And Algebra 2 was really hard, so the combination of all those facts I was done with it. But even when you're done with something, the best rule in life is that you gotta live in a way where things could technically still work out. Even if it would take an Aaron Rodgers, Hail Mary style, oh, he's a superstar, maybe we could pull it off situation to occur. I loved playing basketball, so I had to do certain things to stay eligible to play basketball. And I wanted to go to college someday, even though that fell through. So I always tried to keep like a 3.0 grade average. I could pull that off without trying too hard, right? It's not that hard to get a B in history. Most of the answers are 1776 or 1787 when they signed the Constitution. It's literally 50% of the answers are those 2 years. At least when you're trying to teach rednecks how to not be racist. When was the Civil War? Trust me, my brain knows, but my edible's hidden right now, so not right now. So like as soon as work time started in history, and we had really long classes, like an hour and 30 classes, so this won't work as well for everybody. But you asked to go to the bathroom, or go to the library, or go ask another teacher a question or something, and then you pick up your basketball, and you go to the gym. And then you try to get better at shooting, dribbling, whatever it is. Running suicides, lifting weights, bunch of shit that I should have done but didn't. And guess what? By 4th quarter, you're fucking good at basketball. Especially when you're in the 6th grade. If you have any kind of potential at all, you're gonna have rapid development. Fuck school. Pick your one thing and start going for it. If you want to start flipping pancakes when you turn 18, go to the home ec room all the time. They'll think it's cute. If this is a lawless school, use it to your advantage. Pick something, don't cause trouble for anyone, and get better at it. The key to roaming the halls and getting away with it and everyone stays happy is you don't do the bad things. You could still do things that kind of scratch your itch, though. For example, in my sophomore year when I gave up, I took a teacher's aid class. I was the phy ed teacher's lackey, pretty much. But boy, did I learn some ways to sneak around this school during that. So you would have me go open up the equipment room with a key, pull out whatever equipment we needed, and then if they took the children outside with the equipment, they left this door open the whole time. So I didn't do anything with that knowledge during the teacher's aid time. But beyond that time, what a nice little thing to know. Once the teacher's aid was done, I would ask to leave my first hour class or whatever. I have to use the bathroom. Go to this equipment room. Oh shit, they're outside today. It's open. And guess what? There was a toilet in there. Soap, toilet paper, everything you needed. Privacy. Privacy to shit at a school? Good lord. And do you know what I would do? I would shit there in peace, and it was beautiful. To my knowledge, the only other people that ever used that area were the high school referees who used it as their locker room. I kind of felt a kinship to them. On the basketball court, hey buddy, I made sure they filled the soap up today. Would it be cool if I elbowed that kid in the face later? Yes? Awesome. I promise it'll be an accident. Thank you. That alone, though, I imagine I just perked the interest of a lot of children. A private bathroom at SKU. In this moment, I almost want to become a youth referee just so I can take another shit in that little spot. I'm remembering it so fondly. Even if there isn't toilet paper in there, you could still just go to a different bathroom, do 12 twirls around your hand. Yeah, this bathroom's sparing some squares. And then go back and take your shit. It was even located at an area of the school where there just wasn't going to be much eyes on you. It was perfect. God damn it, was it perfect. But even if I had been caught doing this, there was nothing amiss. I took nothing but some toilet paper. Just took a shit, dude. What are they going to charge you with? Trespassing? I improved my hide in plain sight skills so much doing this in those years. If you're in the hallway, always look like you're kind of heading somewhere. You're not tiptoeing, you're not trying to get around the corner right before someone can peek at you. Ugh, I made a mistake once. Me and my buddy were walking around. We were probably going to the gym to play basketball, but the principal came out of his office, so we ducked into the guidance counselor, who he was tight with. He walked confidently in, and I hopped like a fucking... like a person who wants to get caught by the principal. He yelled at us and made us go back to class. We named it the Hop of Death, but let me tell you, that was probably the only time I got disciplined in any way while doing this for the 3 years. It helped that, like, I was, clown. The attendance lady liked me. I brought in a forged note to take the day off once, and she just laughed and said, "Man, your mom must be having a rough day." And I said, "Yeah." And then we went on our separate ways. Good woman. The people in the school that they didn't go to college to be in this building, those are the ones you want to befriend. The janitors, the attendance ladies, the librarian. Librarians accept anyone that come into their space and don't, make a mess or be too loud. But still, it's 8 to 9 hours in a library. They're bored. You could break up their day a little bit. And if you do, open hangout area. Yeah, hey, I would rather be in the gym playing basketball right now, but I scouted it out and it's just not possible right now. So I came here, just lean on her desk and go, "God, are they killing me out there today, Lynn?" I honestly don't remember what I would banter with the librarian about, me and my buddies, but it was a relationship that we had, and it was secure, and it got me out of class a lot, which is ultimately the goal here. If you're a Bettendorf Middle Schooler who wants to get into the sciences, just go to the library, jot some shit down. If you want to become a fiction writer someday, go to the library, befriend the librarian. It's a new hideout. Don't have to fight the dumb kids in the hall. Go somewhere. Another good strategy. Take those weird electives where the teachers know you aren't interested in it at all, and befriend the teacher on some degree. Being funny really helps in life, by the way. Like, me and one of the teachers kind of had a deal. I would go do a couple chores for him around the school, get him a Pepsi from the teacher's lounge. I was in the teacher's lounge a lot, by the way. And then, he would just kind of let me go play basketball or go to the library or go to my private shit area. Whatever. My participation grade was through the fucking roof. And wouldn't you know, it kind of became one of my few points of interest in life. I like growing plants now. It was the ag class. I didn't want to throw the teacher under the bus, but he's got me close to retirement. And they fucking know. Went to school in 2032, so none of the teachers are even fucking teaching right now, so we're just gonna tell stories, I guess. But yeah, he would have us, there was a greenhouse that we kind of planted shit in, veggies in, and he would have us go trim the lettuce plants and wash them and get them ready for the high school cafeteria and stuff. Perfect trade to get out of class, right? Washing and drying lettuce with your friend is better than algebra 2, 100% of the time. I'm talking to you, Kobe Bryant of pancakes. That kid's gonna rule if the Bettendorf administrators don't step in and fuck this whole situation up. By the time that kid hits 19, he's just gonna be showing up at the diner with lemon poppy seed pancakes and shit, and we'll all appreciate it. Everyone says, play all the sports, take all the classes. Specialists in life are pretty fucking dope. Kids who cheated off me, a B student, so if you're cheating off a B student to begin with, pretty rough. In science classes, English classes, history classes, whatever else there was, they're making more money than me now. Dudes, those trucks look dope. I'm not hating. I'm just saying, I decided to be a clown, and they decided to get a real job. And they make money doing it. And when they split an atom the first time, rarely comes up. Element 115 that Bob Lazar thinks is the fuel for the UFOs in the sky doesn't come up often. Added to the periodic table around 2012, by the way. It's real. The aliens are coming. The Bettendorf Middle School kids are in such a good place for negotiating right now to go into my vision for them. I think I was put up with as a kid because I was kind of funny, and they kind of recognized I could be doing bad things if they pushed me in the wrong direction. The Bettendorf kids have proven that they will do bad things currently. Maybe Kobe Pancakes is one of these kids fighting in the halls every day, but if he transitions into always going to home ec and cooking with whatever class is in there at any time, that's better, right? Everyone appreciates that. And we'll get the payoff in the lemon poppy seed pancakes in 5 years. 7 years. Maybe he'll get his GED and cook for us when he's 16. Skipping class with a ultimate goal or purpose in mind goes a long way in these people's heads. Just show up to band class and fucking wail on the drums for 8 hours a day, at this point, I think they'll accept it. Maybe they'll start, like, dropping some history into the notes or something for you. And, like, ultimately, the teachers understand this, I think, anyway. 54% of the USA adult population right now can't read at an 8th grade level, which is, like, the novel Hatchet. The word propeller will make them slam the book down. So, ultimately, as long as you can read and think on your feet a little bit, like, you can kind of walk into any job interview and talk shit to a degree. No, you aren't going to hire me to be your next lawyer, but maybe I can take notes for you or something. And then maybe they put you in a program to become a paralegal or something, or you just kind of remain a well-paid jester for these lawyers the rest of your life, and there's nothing wrong with that. Ho, the legendary story of Kobe Pancakes. Going from fighting all day in the school hallway to making the most delicious pastry goods this town has seen in the last century. So, this little small town's relying on Kobe Pancakes, the kid that cheats off the B student in every grade to fix their car, and like some corrupt mayor. That's the trio of any small town. I'm with you, kids. My town mayor at our family bar said that recycling was fake, and that they just throw it in the garbage with everything else. Then, like, years later, a 60 Minutes doc came out that pretty much said that that's what happens. So you just roam the hallway, right? The world's gonna end soon. I'm gonna roam. I get ya. But you know what might be good, Lil Kobe? Some delicious pancakes as we enter the afterworld. Right? Bake while we can, Kobe Pancakes. Bake while we can. This is getting longer than I think anyone will be interested in, but I also took a vacant classroom and kind of made it my office senior year. I had a chronically sprained ankle, so I couldn't do as many shenanigans as I wanted, and it was the vacant classroom of a teacher that got moved to a different fucking classroom from the previous year that I didn't like, so I kind of liked, you know, taking my territorial pee on it. It's my classroom now, Mrs. Feather. Don't you come back. So, you know, I've just spent like maybe 45 minutes at a time in there talking shit with someone, reading a book, whatever. Leave. Come back later. And you know how I earlier said to make friends with all the lesser educated, which I don't say, and in spite of anything, people in the school, like the janitors. A janitor would come in like once every 3 times I was in there. That seems like a little much, but, you know, occasionally empty the trash. Just turn the light off. Didn't say a word about my presence being there. Didn't tattle on me. Good people. They would also allow me to play basketball late into their shift at night. They were good people. Befriend the staff. Do you recall how the attendance lady just accepted forgery and laughed about it for me? And I also knew that if the gym class was outside, I could go in there and play with the equipment or take a shit. Me and one of my friends ended up playing hallway dodgeball to start the day a couple times, where it was kind of like hide and go seek around the school, and then we would throw dodgeballs at each other. There were only so many places to hide that didn't actively have a supervisor, we'll call him, in there, right? So a lot of our hiding spots were like gym locker room, one of the gyms, certain crevices in the hallway, and then the bathrooms. This attendance lady, God bless her heart, saw us just like squared down, eyeing each other and throwing the balls, and she just laughed and didn't tattle on us or make a thing about it. That teacher, who I kind of had to deal with, that I would do chores for him, like washing the lettuce, saw us doing it. We always carried 2 balls at a time. That was the rule. Kind of the allotted ammo. I gave this teacher one of my 2, and then we went at my buddy, and this fucking teacher just fucked it up. He basically threw like a over-the-shoulder bounce pass to my friend. It was completely worthless, and then now my friend has 2 balls, and I can only block with 1, right? It just didn't work out. I lost the game. But fun. I never had to curse out teachers. You know, I had my rivalries, but we never got to that point. I never beat anyone up. You can skip school and still be a good person. Be Kobe Pancakes and not Casey White, children. I wish you the best. It's just math. Pick one thing and go for it. Bye-bye.